everybody. Good afternoon, and welcome to you all from all over the world. My name is Mike Dalco, the CEO, Continuously Empowering Others. It is my honor and pleasure to be your host for today's event. First of all, before we even get started going too far, I'd like for you all to type in the chat room where you're from, your city, your state, your country. Go ahead and represent your city, your state, your country. Make sure you click that drop down button and select all panelists and all attendees so that everybody can see where you're from. We see Canada and UK and Las Vegas and Florida and Chicago and Namibia and Melbourne, Texas, Charleston, London, Delaware, everywhere all over the world, folks. You can see people from Canada and the United States and near Seattle there, Inglewood, Florida, Huntington, Miami, and Trinidad, Tobago, South Africa, France, everywhere, South Africa, Sweden, all over the world, Curacao, beautiful part of the world, Michigan, right here in Atlanta, Georgia, me, glad to be here with you all today. We're also streaming this live on our Facebook group, GS Partners, in Facebook, and also this is being translated in over 60 languages. And so some of you are using the translation service. Also, I need to be aware of that myself because sometimes I get to speaking too fast, and I have to make sure that our translation team has adequate time to give you the information in your native language. But with that being said, we're very excited that you're part of this event today. This is our special holiday event, and you're going to be glad you're here right now. I jumped on a little earlier, and I told you to text your team and let them know to jump on this stream today. You're not going to want to miss this information, and you're not going to want any of your team members to miss this information. This will be game changing. And so a lot of things we want to talk about today. And wow, before I get started, going too good, somebody just popped on the moderator's chat, and I'm ecstatic to see my brother Roger Williams on there. We'll talk about that at some other time, but that just shocked me a little bit. Roger, thank you for jumping on. You are a gladiator. And so, ladies and gentlemen, one and all, this is an amazing time to be a part of Gold Standard Partners. This has been an outrageous 25 days. So as you're typing where you're from, I also want you to type in the chat room, how many of you are just blown away by GS Partners over the last 25 days? Who's enjoying GS Partners? Type me in the chat room. We should get several thousand me's right now because GS Partners has changed the game. I want to go ahead and thank Mr. Alexander Cochindow and his team for doing an outstanding job with the technology. How many of you are appreciating the precision of GS Partners? I mean, think about it. We're all network marketing fanatics, but now we have network marketing on steroids, network marketing over the blockchain. Literally, your business partner is artificial intelligence, and artificial intelligence does 80% things 80% faster and better than human beings. So your financial officer is artificial intelligence. Like literally you work for yourself, but not by yourself because you have the precision of the blockchain. And we have Mr. Alexander Cochindow to thank, and his team to thank for the precision in GS Partners. I mean, look, I've been in network marketing since 1993, and it's always been kind of challenging just to get the company to match your energy. And that's not the case here at GS Partners. And honestly, that's the first time in my life that that's been the case. Like just completely mind-blowing technological skill sets that's being given to us by the team, the programming team at GS Partners. Also, I want to say a big, gigantic happy birthday to our chairman of the board, Mr. Joseph Haidt. And those of you that will do so, please offer well wishes on social media. Spell his name correctly. That's Josip. Josip. It's pronounced Joseph Haidt, Heit. So give big happy birthday wishes all over social media to Mr. Joseph Haidt, the visionary to bring all this to pass. I also want to personally thank the council members, and let me see if I can do this one by one. Mr. Tony De Govea, just outstanding sacrifice for this team. Ms. Priska King, always behind the scenes. She's doing it right now, keeping everything in check. The most amazing administrator in the world, Ms. Priska King. Also, I want to thank Ms. Sabrina Crosby, who's heading up the translation team today. I want to thank Mr. Brian McGinty, the man from down under, right? Our Irish brother, Mr. Brian McGinty, Ms. Nitsa Nakos I got to say her name right. Miss Nitsa Nakos. We always pronounce her name wrong. Thank you, Nitsa, for your outstanding vision and your brilliance, your spark of brilliance. I want to thank Mr. Roger Williams, who's behind the scene helping us today, Mr. Andrew Eaton, and did I get everybody? Oh, and cannot leave out my brother, my new brother, Martin Tebow, and you're going to hear from them in just a moment. So the team, the council, thank you all very much. It has been the honor of my life to serve with you on the council board. And so happy birthday to you, Mr. Height. Mr. Height will not be joining us on this meeting. He got a little ill today, so your prayers and well wishes extended to Mr. Height, but he did give us his blessing to continue with the meeting, and we've got some incredible information for you today. Now, everybody likes to be the bearer of good news, and I wish I was the one giving this good news today, but I could not do it justice like the two people that I'm going to bring to the floor for you today to give you this information of our holiday incentive. Folks, when I tell you, you're probably going to lose a lot of sleep for the rest of the year, that would not be an understatement. You're going to lose a lot of sleep because the information that's going to be shared with you in just a moment is going to blow your mind. I got my sneak peek this morning in our pre-meeting, and it's unfathomable what you're about to see. I've never seen a company do this, and I hope Ms. Nakos does take a minute when she comes forward to kind of talk about how rare it is for a company to do what this company is about to do between now and our global launch. I hope she talks just a little bit about it, what she's able to share, and how rare it is for a company to do this level of incentive. And so, folks, strap your seatbelts on tight. Look, I'm not responsible for anybody who has any sort of, health challenges, hypertension, or anything like that. Make sure you got your medicine up to speed right now, because the information they're going to give you is going to blow your mind. And here's the last part I want to share before I introduce my favorite brother and sister on this council. You got to dream big. You got to dream big. Like, I love it the way my brother Andrew Eaton says, pain. Type pain in the chat room if this year's been painful for you. But here's the thing I want you to think about as you're typing pain. Understand that pain is the diametric opposite of pleasure. You can't have pleasure without pain. You can't have the good without the bad. You can't have the right without the wrong. You can't have the day without the night. It takes all of that to create that proper ebb and flow that creates this beautiful thing that we all enjoy called life. So you need to get thankful about that pain, because they're going to bring you some pleasure that's going to make that pain all worth it. Guys, I'm telling you right now, you got to dream bigger. See, when you fall into that cataclysm of starting to let things that happen around you dictate what's happening through you, you're limiting your godship. You're limiting your divine capabilities. Stop allowing your external circumstances to dictate how you feel. Like, get fired up right now. Like, this information they're about to give you is going to jack you up. But I don't want you living from one good information to the next. I want you living on your divinity, knowing how powerful you are, that you can bring about and affect change in your surroundings. It's not what happens to you. It's what happens through you. God, I'm about to feel this little thing hit me right now. This thing that hits me, that makes me speak that divinity into you to let you know your greatness is just a word. Stop allowing external things to shape and shift you. Brian McGinty always says when people criticize us, he always comes back in the council, and I love this brother for this. He always goes, guys, don't give it any energy. Like, when you see things contrary to what you're hearing on this platform, don't give it any energy. Give the energy to the thing that you want to bring about. So put your big pictures back up on your vision board. Who told you to take them down in the first place? Put those pictures back up there. You're dreaming too small. My mentor, Mr. Ty Best, doesn't say dream big. He says dream bigger. When you get a big dream, that's your vision for you. When you dream bigger, like, pick a number that you want to earn for next year. If it's $100,000, that's your vision for you. Slap a zero on the back of it, and that's God's vision for you. So keep dreaming bigger, and don't let anybody steal your dream. So what I want to do right now, everybody, I want you to get fired up and get ready. Grab a pen and paper to take notes on this information that's going to be given to you by one of the greatest duos of communicators I've ever met in my life. That is none other than Mr. Martin Tebow and Miss Nisa Knackles. Come on, put your hands together for them as they come today. Good afternoon to my brother and sister.
Thank you.
Great afternoon. Great afternoon, Michael. Thank you so very much for just your words. You are so on point with everything, truly, Michael, and constantly empowering others. That's our CEO, Mr. Michael Delco. We love you. We appreciate you. And I have the privilege today to be able to present a brand new, not just an incentive, everyone, but a brand new program. This is a brand new promotion that we will have within GS Partners year after year after year. And I get to do it with none other, my dear, dear friend. My goodness, we have spent some very late nights, haven't we, Mr. Martin Thibault, together, organizing and putting this together. Mr. Martin Thibault is with me also from Canada. So you have two Canadians here today. You've got the Quebecois and you've got one on the West Coast. And I think if anything, if our accents don't fire you up enough or don't amuse you enough, then I can promise you that the information will. Martin, I'm super excited to share this information with you. I know you work very, very hard on this as well. Thank you for your sacrifice over the holidays. And before we dive in, do you have any words to our great audience here today?
Yeah, absolutely. So first of all, thank you, Michael, as CEO, for opening this up with so much excitement and such powerful words. And I love the focus on dream, because that's going to be our theme here. And if you can't tell that I'm excited, I'm actually dressed up in the colors of our incentive, the incentive that we're going to get into. I'm so excited to start this first legacy season, and a theme that I think will be very powerful year after year after year with GS Partners. And it's really, really awesome to see so many people in attendance. So let's get right into it. Nitsa, I'll pull up the slides and let's do this.
All right, please do. I'd like to extend also to everybody. I hope everybody's enjoying the season. Many, many blessings of goodwill, peace, and joy to all of you, to your homes, in your hearts, and really, really the expectations of our best year ever in 2021, everyone. And, as we prepare for 2021, many of us do a lot of things. You're going to get to hear from Mr. Tony DeGouveia, who's going to talk about 2021 and some of the things that he does, his mental preparation, how to move, ahead into a new year. I always start a brand new year. One of the things I'm going to be doing tonight, and I'm so excited, and it's going to be tonight all the way through up until the 31st, is I'm going to be preparing my vision board. I'm going to be writing in my journal. I promise you I'll have at least 100 pages in my journal, just really writing out and visualizing my goal, my dream for 2021. And I want to share that with you. My dream and my goal is right alongside. I support the dream and the vision of this community as we all came together. Some of us here more recently, maybe some of us, in previous years. But the goal is truly to make millionaires in 2021. Financial freedom, to bring financial freedom with the G999 project to tens, hundreds, potentially millions of people around the world. This is my goal. This is my dream. This is what I will work for, will serve for every single day alongside each and every one of the great leaders, all of you throughout the company. 2021 is our year, and may it be the year where we see our G999 reach the levels that we all expect, a top 10 coin. May we see many tens, hundreds, millions of millionaires, financial freedom, multiple six-figure, wealth be created in 2021. And this right here, it's very important to have a goal. It's very important to clearly know what your goal, what is your intention for 2021. And then equally so, we must have a plan. We must have a strategy. So introducing the Gold Standard Partners Dream Incentives Program for 2021. Everyone, this is part of the strategy to create the millionaires. Hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, tens of thousands of dollars a year, whatever it is that will set you free. As Mr. Michael Delco said, it's important to dream big, because one of the things you're going to find, and this is why this is so rare, it's rare for many things. First and foremost, it's rare because the prizes, $3.5 million USDT worth of prizes is already set aside. A wallet is being designated, and this wallet is going to be on the blockchain, a company wallet that is transparent for everyone, and that money will be sitting in that wallet. So every single person who is part of this community, who wants to make a run for this, knows that at the end of this incentive, you will get what you qualified for, what you deserve. Thank you, Mr. Joseph Haidt, for just the vision and really the transparency behind this entire project and this incentive. It is very, very rare, everyone, because the prizes that are going to be given away, you're going to see some luxury prizes out here, but I will say this, these prizes are prizes that are built to give you value, to hold your value, okay? Hey, a nice dream car, okay, is a car, and most cars depreciate in value, but when you get up to a certain level of a vehicle that can maintain its value, it becomes an asset, and you will have the opportunity to see how assets, real assets that preserve their value. This was one of the most important things that Mr. Haidt wanted to do for the community, is to be able to give you real assets, value that can help you to create freedom, that can help you maintain and don't lose, through inflation. And I think that he's done an absolutely brilliant job. So we're super excited. Very quickly, Martin is going to go next, but I just wanted to tell you this. The legacy season is now officially open, everyone. As of today, December 26th, actually at 11:59 p.m. Central European Time, okay? The season begins, 11:59.59 seconds, okay? So the season begins. So we're still into the 26th day of the month, but we're turning the clock into European time to the 27th. So most of us, let's say in the other parts of the world, here in North America, we're still, halfway into the 26th, but in other parts of the world, they're now into the 27th. So you're going to hear about deadlines so that we can all be on par to know that the time and the date stamp. But as of today, at 11:59.59 seconds, this legacy season officially begins, and it runs until May 31st, and you will have the opportunity to earn legacy points for everything you do. Everything you do to build the dream that you already have. Everything you do to build the business that you already have. But the extra icing on the cake is you will be rewarded to do the thing that you already do. You will be rewarded with legacy points, which as those legacy points add up, you can win a prize, and everyone has an opportunity to win. The first 2,000 prizes, of course, are designated as part of that 3.5 million. And then there will still be additional rewards in G99 coins for every single person who makes the board with a minimum of 30 legacy points. And that's a breeze, ladies and gentlemen. Somebody can start a day before this thing ends and get 30 legacy points. But nonetheless, this is what we're going to present to you, everybody. So let us now put our hands together. Let's shall we ring in this legacy season? Let's get used to this terminology, GS partners around the world, because every year we will have a legacy season presented to us. And every year we will have the opportunity to get rewarded extra, above and beyond, for doing the thing that we naturally do every single day to build our business. Thank you and happy birthday, Mr. Joseph Haidt. We certainly do miss you on this presentation, but we wish you, our prayers are with you to get better and to feel a lot better. Mr. Haidt had a little dose of food poisoning yesterday. And so therefore he can't be here, but we do have his blessings to move forward, and I'm super excited. So with that, Martin Thibault, let's go ahead and get started.
Thanks, Nitsa. Yeah, I very much missed Mr. Haidt, and happy birthday. What a run it's been for 26 days, everybody. And if you haven't seen the potential of this comp plan until now, what we have is already amazing on its own. We've got 58% distributed into a compensation plan to reward everybody for building the business and essentially help more and more people secure their futures. But this incentive, essentially, what you said, Nitsa, is like it's the icing on top. It's the cherry on top of the sundae, as if the comp plan wasn't enough. 2020 has been a rough year for everybody. We know this, but now we're changing it. In 1 month, we are now changing the predicament of an entire year and preparing for a 2021 that I believe will probably be one of the most powerful years any of us have ever experienced. And this incentive is going to essentially make that possible. So let's get right into it. So this dream incentive is all about dream prizes. It's all about what you aspire to and qualifying for these different things. And now the top 25 prizes are just mind-blowing, amazing. Like Nitsa said, 3.5 million already put ahead of time into this incentive. The incentive isn't used to raise the funds to then reward. The money's already there, and we simply now get to work, do what we do already, and essentially qualify for these different prizes. So the top two prizes, number 1 and number 2, a dream property. And this is really important for Mr. Height, that the prize is actually a property that is claimed. And this could be anywhere in the world. I don't know if you can wrap your mind around this, but if you have a dream destination, a dream country, somewhere where you'd like to live, or maybe it's where you are now, you have the opportunity to essentially pick a property, pick a location, and have essentially the money transferred for the acquiring of this property. The first prize, so first position winner, will get a $1 million property. That is, it's crazy, Nita. This is phenomenal. $1 million property. The second prize, a $400,000 property. So those are the first two prizes that come with 2 VIP tickets to the event itself, which we'll talk about in a moment. Then we've got the next 3 prizes. And this is something you mentioned, dream cars. And this is, again, each person can select their own car. They're not predetermined cars. They're cars of a value of $200,000 each. And there's 3 of them to be won. So position 3, 4, and 5 of the winners get to pick their own car. Same principle, you pick out the car, it gets paid for you. 2 event tickets, also VIP event tickets for the event. This is phenomenal. And then so those are the first 5 positions in the incentive. The next 5 qualifiers, so the next highest 5, $50,000 in value of gold, silver, diamonds, and Bitcoin combined. I don't know how these bundles will be exactly, but essentially diversified assets. Another phenomenal prize. There'll be 5 winners for this. Same principle, 2 VIP tickets to the event, and then the next 15 prizes. So these are the top 25, right? The next 15 prizes, again, these aren't picked out for you ahead of time. Luxury watches of a value of $20,000 each. So you get to pick your own watch up to $20,000 in value, and then it gets paid. Same principle, 2 VIP tickets to the event. And these are just the first 25 prizes. And again, this is open for everybody. Everyone can go for it. It all comes down to a decision, right? Like any incentive, like any goal we set for ourselves, if we decide, we make a decision that we're going for this, and this is a long period, this legacy season, there's plenty of time to build the business, to go for it, and to qualify for one of these top 25 prizes. And then there's a lot more. So I'm going to pass it back to you, Nitsa.
You know, one of the things I really love about that, what you just said there about these prizes, a few things, is that first and foremost, people can choose. So it's not already chosen for you, like, you know, here's the car that, you know, you're going to get, right? Or here's the watch that you're going to get. Because ultimately, you know, and I just want, you know, I have so much deep appreciation for how Joseph Height has laid this out, in that, you know, he's being so generous. He could easily get, you know, I'm sure if he chose a certain vehicle, he could get a certain discount, you know, to be able to, you know, maybe allocate, you know, additional funds or something, but he wants to leave it open for everyone to be able to choose what they want. And Martin, that is that's really, really important, because some people like, you know, Mercedes-Benz, other people, you know, may want a Porsche, and other people may want a Range Rover, you know, for that matter. So the beautiful thing here also is that these prizes retain. their value. And I think that this is great because as much as, it is glitzy and glam, yes, it is. It's a symbol of success, everyone to win. But at the same time, this is what sets up your wealth as well. So fantastic. Everyone, just a quick little type in the text chat right now. What do you see here for yourself? What, where in the world will your dream property be? You must see it clearly. You must see it so clearly in your mind, and go for it with everything you have, ladies and gentlemen. What about a dream car? Those of you that are going to win the dream car, what type of a car will you choose? Go ahead and type that into the text chat. And what about a luxury watch? 20 grand you've got to spend there. What will you choose in terms of your luxury watch? See it, everybody. See it clearly, taste it, and let's go after it with all we have. Here he is. Yeah, he's blown away.
I'm trying to be professional. This is a professional platform, so I'm going to talk in my professional tone right now. But really, if I was talking in the tone I really want to speak in, I would be screaming. Okay, are y'all telling me right now that this is going to be a legacy season? Like, this is not something you have to take a long time to get to? Is that what you're saying?
The season is 5 months, Michael. It begins today. It ends in May. And it's a great strategy for this field to be able to really make 2021 a big, big year. Because how we start a year is how typically the year will prevail.
I'd like to add something.
This is incredible.
I'm paying attention to the chat on Facebook, and someone mentioned, how do we know that these prizes will actually be claimable? And I want to address this because it's something we mentioned at the very beginning, but maybe it wasn't clear. $3.5 million in Bitcoin is already being put into a wallet, and this is programmed with smart contracts to distribute automatically to the qualifiers at the end of the incentive. In other words, this is getting pre-programmed that every single person who qualifies for this in their positioning will receive the funds for these different prizes and then be able to claim them. So this isn't just a, we decide to or not, or this is being programmed. The funds are there, it's in place, everyone will get their prizes. Absolutely.
This is what I was trying to say in the intro, that the blockchain is your bonus. Like, I don't know if we have fully wrapped our mind around why this thing is so efficient. Yes, Alex is a genius, but they program the artificial intelligence and the system does the work. This is programmed in, guys. I'm not gonna butt in on y'all anymore. Go ahead.
Well, now that we got everybody dreaming a little bit, and that's what it's all about, everyone. We join GS Partners because we all have dreams and we're all just taking them off the shelf and we're all going after them. So it's so important, everyone. This is a shot to make those dreams come true. Now, the dream incentives promotions will always be presented, leading us into a big event. Okay, and provided, of course, that COVID restrictions are limited, and we see, 2021, we do believe that this is going to happen. You can mark June of 2021, mark it in your schedules. Now, when is it going to be? Yes, of course, there's going to be things like children coming out of school, taking into account probably more so towards the 3rd or the 4th week of June after everybody's out of school. But all the details about the event will be forthcoming. June of 2021, everybody, in Monaco, we will come together to celebrate the first half of the year. The first half being the time where we officially launch GS Partners into the world, being the time where we accomplish some of our company goals, which are to at least 10x the number of community members that we have right now, where we can accomplish goals where we see our G999 hit a certain level, a top 100 coin at least, where we can see many stories of success in the field, and of course, where we can celebrate this exciting incentive. So we want to invite everyone to join us for our annual Gold Standard Global Success Summit, which in 2021 will be held in the beautiful country of Monaco. This is a way, of course, to bring our global community together where we can share and we can absorb information. We can learn about new innovation. We can get inspired together. We can celebrate our successes together and also have a clear game plan leaving that event to make the second half of 2021 just as, if not just as, even more successful than the first half. So everybody mark that down on the schedule. Martin, I know I'm going to be there, and I know you're going to be there. It's going to be a great, great event.
I will absolutely be there. And one thing we were talking about in council just a little bit earlier that I want to focus on is what you visualize, what you think about, what you feel, and you put all that together, you make happen, right? The more you put your thoughts towards something, the more you visualize something, the more you manifest it. Most of us have dream boards and quotes and all sorts of things, and there's a reason for that. So right now I'm going to ask you all to visualize. As we look at together these different prizes, visualize which one you want to strive for, what it is that you want to strive for. Start to set it in your mind. Start to see yourself with that prize. Start to see yourself living with this property or this car. Essentially, the more you position yourself there, the more you are likely to make it happen, of course. So let's get into these prizes. We already talked about the top 25, but let's go over them quickly again because there's a total of 2,000 prizes here on top of a rally afterwards, but let's get into it. So the first prize, again, we have to repeat it, $1 million property anywhere in the world, your property of your choosing. That's $1 million right there from the 3.5 million. The second prize, the second position in the incentive, another dream property for $400,000 anywhere in the world. You pick the property, you pick the location. Now the third to the fifth prize, dream cars. Like Nita mentioned, it could have been pre-chosen cars, but again, we get to choose our own for $200,000. I mean, there's some nice vehicles out there for $200,000, right? You get to pick your own vehicle. So there's 3 of those for a total of $600,000 awarded. And then we get into the 5 prizes of gold, silver, diamonds. I mean, we all know that owning assets like this is a good idea. We should all be accumulating a portion. I'm not giving financial advice, but we all know if you read The Richest Man in Babylon, anything whatsoever, accumulating gold and silver and diamonds is a good idea. $50,000 in value here. 5 of these prizes for a total of $250,000. Then to conclude on the same 25 prizes, 15 of those prizes are luxury watches. Again, we get to pick our own. $20,000 value. That's a very nice watch for a total of $300,000 allocated to these watches. And then we get into the next prizes all the way to 2,000. There'll be 2,000 qualifications in this, aside from the rally, which we'll talk about as well. So from position 26 to 100, so 75 prizes. Listen to this: the gold-plated card, the Gold Standard Lifestyle, the GS Lifestyle card that all of us are talking about, right? That comes with these different concierge services, crypto, fiat. The gold-plated one is phenomenal, has really, really nice fees. Listen, 75 of these are being given away. More than $5,000 value, actually, pull more closer to 6,000 in value for a total of 375,000 allocated in the entire incentive. That means 75 more people walking around with that gold-plated card. That is phenomenal. And then from 101st position to 300th position, so 200 prizes. And this is going to be a lot of fun. I don't know exactly how we're going to spin this and make it happen, but we will make it happen. We're going to essentially give opportunity to everyone traveling to Monaco to get on a luxury shopping spree, to get $1,000 to go out shopping and hopefully be able to film it and see everyone getting out. And again, everyone picking whatever stuff they want, right? This is a theme here. Everyone gets to choose what they want out of this incentive. So $1,000 value, 200 prizes, so $200,000 allocated to these luxury shopping sprees. And then 301st position to 1,000th position, so 700 prizes, $500 Monaco travel voucher. Essentially, this is to help people get out to the Monaco event. So this is fantastic. It's going to help pay for airfare or hotel or whatever's needed. So $500 in value, a total of $350,000 allocated in the incentive towards these travel vouchers. And last and certainly not least, 1,001 1,001st, not one, 1,001st position to 2,000th position. So 1,000 prizes allocated here. $100 loaded of Bitcoin, 100 USDT in value of BTC loaded into a signature card. So it comes with the signature card at BTC in it. So for a value of $100, a total of $100,000 allocated to this incentive. So a person receives that signature card to use, of course, with the phone wallet as an additional security layer, and of course a bit more BTC, which is fantastic. And then, as if that wasn't enough, 2,000 people in the company able to qualify for all these different prizes. On top of that, we crown the whole thing with a special contest rally to give away 100 prizes. So this is for everyone who qualifies, and we're going to get into qualifications in a moment. Everyone who qualifies to be in this rally, we get a ticket and a draw. 100 draws are being done, or 100 prizes are being drawn, and each winner will receive 49,999 G999 coins. This is fantastic. All of this is actually over $3.5 million in prizes given to our community. So now I'm going to pass it back to you, Nitsa.
You know, to think that $3.5 million will be won in the first half of 2021. This is, we talk about this all the time, Martin, about how we really see everybody's, wealth level going to the next level next year because of the project G999. Everybody's vested, right? Everybody that joins GS Partners, even as a gift, they're getting some G999. So, and then others, of course, go on to continue trading and to continue to accumulate more. But, the idea here that $3.5 million is going to land on this community in the first half of the year, there's something very, very special about that. It gets me very excited, to say the least. And so let's talk now a little bit about terms and definition. So we're all kind of understanding what, are some of these terms. We're going to talk about the legacy season and points, legacy points. So first of all, the Gold Standard Partners Dream Incentive Program. So this is a special promotion that is offered by GSB Chairman of the Board, Mr. Joseph Haidt, to all qualified active brand partners who hold a minimum of 4,999 G999 coins on their partner's dashboard. So this isn't an after the fact, let's build the incentive, let's generate, revenue, and then let's use the revenue to pay. This is all about, here's the wallet, here's the money for the prizes, let's go and let's do it. And then ultimately, from a company standpoint, of course, trusting and believing that this incentive will, ultimately pay for itself, if not more. Okay, so thank you again, Mr. Joseph Haidt. Now, notice that it says it's for all qualified active brand partners. That means we must have a brand package to take part in any special promotion. This is a special promotion that is offered once a year by GS Partners. So we must be an active brand partner to be able to take part in these special promotions. And we must hold a minimum of 4,999 G999s on our dashboard. Now, I'm sure most of you already have at least 4,999 sitting there. If you need to transfer from your GS trade over, you can do that. If you do an exchange, one of the $99 exchanges, you will have your 4,999. So whichever, way that you need to bring 4,999 onto your dashboard, you want to do that to be able to start earning the legacy points. Those are the two conditions. Now, the duration of this dream incentive is called a legacy season. So we're going to be referring, when we get into the terms, we're going to be referring to legacy season. So this starts on the 26th of December today, and it goes all the way till May 31st of 2021. That's the entire legacy season. And during legacy season, all qualified active brand partners can participate in this incentive, provided that they have 4,999 G999s resting, sitting on the dashboard the entire legacy season. Martin's going to talk to you a little bit more when we get into terms about that. But if you've met those two requirements, then you are eligible to begin earning legacy points, and those points will continue to accumulate. So your legacy points are going to be earned on, as I mentioned earlier, things that you already get paid to do, things that you already do, such as refer products, our brand advantage packages. As everybody knows, in January we will have our next level, our premier brand advantage package. Our GS lifestyle card is also coming out. We have special promotions that are running with, $99 exchanges. So as you refer these products, you will earn legacy points. You will also earn legacy points for your team building efforts. And you will see that here when we go through the schedule with you. And also you will earn legacy points for hodling your G999s. Isn't that what we are here to do as GS partners? To build the community. We get paid to refer others, and now we earn legacy points to show our community how to use the ecosystem, the products, to build up a network, to build a team, diversify our income through team building. And now we get to earn additional legacy points. And ultimately, we want to hodl those G999s, as we take this project into its, stages of maturity into the next 1, 2, 3, 4 years, as we move through this exciting time and create a winner, a top 10 coin and beyond. So you will get incentivized, you will earn points to do all of these things. These points will accumulate during the entire legacy season. And then at the end of the season, the prizes will be awarded in sequential or chronological order. So it's based on the highest points. Okay, so he or she, right, who have the most points will win that first dream property. He or she who have the second highest point will earn the second dream property, and on and on and on and on. So there are 2,000 prizes that will be won, and then followed by a very special G999 rally where an additional 100 prizes will be awarded. And you'll see it's a very, very simple. As long as you get on the board with the most minimum, everybody will be able to take part in the contest to win the 100 additional prizes of the G999s, 49,999 G999s awarded. So please refer to the legacy points table for details, and on legacy points allocations. Mr. Martin Thibault will be going through that momentarily. So there is some first level kind of definitions and terms for you to understand. Martin, over to you.
I love that it's sequential and chronological, Nita, because essentially it guarantees that every prize is won, right? It's not a specific kind of qualification. The highest gets first, the second highest gets second. It's fair and it's powerful. And not only that, what I love most, I believe, about this incentive is that it's built on every type of behavior that we have within our business. Whether a person's good at sales, good at sponsoring new people, good at duplication, whatever it is, or even is just accumulating a lot of coins and is holding on to them, like whatever the behavior is, there is a way for everyone to qualify here. And essentially, if you take your skill set and push it to the maximum, and of course even improve other skills and combine that together, this is so powerful. But let's get into a little bit more of the specific terms and conditions. So some of it has already been addressed, but I'll still go through each point. The duration, as was said today, it starts today, December 26th at 11:59 p.m. Central European time, and it ends on May 31st, 2021, also at 11:59 p.m. and 59 seconds Central European time. The deadlines, we're going to talk about this in the next slide regarding the rounds and multipliers, and this is so powerful, especially in the early stages as we get started. There's something great here for this holiday period, just to close off 2020 with a bang. So I'll need to get into that one. The prizes, so they're awarded only one per person, and both prizes and points that we accumulate, of course, are non-transferable. If there's a tie, for example, two people get the exact same amount of points by the end of the incentive, then it is in chronological order. So whoever reached the amount first, and then the tie, of course, would get the next prize. So it's both in sequential and chronological, like was mentioned before. The G999 rally, so that's after all the 2,000 prizes, all who make the board with a minimum of 30 legacy points, and you'll see this is within everyone's reach. There will be a special draw at the end of the legacy season to win. There will be 100 different draws to win 49,999 G999 coins. So that's phenomenal as well. Now, this is one of my, as we all know, one of my favorite parts of the compensation plan, the Block Star, Rising Block Star, Block Star, and Block Star Supreme. So here, the Rising Block Star offers something really powerful. Everyone who qualifies for Rising Block Star, even just once during the entire legacy season, automatically receives a free G999 signature card. That's the card, right, to unlock the phone wallet, to add an additional security layer. It's going to be a really important part of our ecosystem, of course, with cold staking as well. So the only thing the person needs to do is just pay for the shipping to receive it. So that's phenomenal. If you've already made Rising Block Star, well, congratulations. You're getting one of those for sure. That's just to get started. And then the winners choose for the prizes, 26 to 2,000. So not for the first 25, because for Mr. Height, it was really important that the first 25 really be allocated to these different things. But for prize 26 to 2,000, each person could choose whether they get the prize or simply the Bitcoin in equal value. So that's really nice, of course, more options. The top 25 prizes will be awarded on the stage in Monaco at the event, and they will be delivered following the event anytime before July 31st, 2021, again at 11:59 p.m. and 59 seconds Central European time. And the prizes, same thing for prizes 26 to 2,000. It's the same thing. They'll be awarded before July 31st at that same time. And here it is again. Legacy points for the Block Stars. So this is really nice. For all Block Star qualifications, just remember that they're cumulative. So let's say within a given month, let's say in February, you hit Rising Block Star, and then you keep going, you hit Block Star, and then you keep going, you hit Block Star Supreme. All these qualifications that give legacy points are cumulative. So you're actually earning the Rising Block Star reward of points, the Block Star reward of points, and the Supreme Block Star Supreme amount of points. That's fantastic because it actually, you can't be Block Star Supreme without going through the first two. It's a default sort of setting, right? So anyone say going for Block Star Supreme, well, you can count on earning the rewards for all three stages, and you can do this month after month after month. Fantastic. The Infinity ranks. So we know our Infinity pool will kick in March, and so at that point we're going to see our entire ranking system based on volume, and each rank that we achieve also gives legacy points, which we're going to see in the chart in a moment. The Monaco event, of course, we don't have the details yet. That's going to be sometime in June 2021. The exact location, the exact dates is forthcoming. And let me just, someone's raising their hand here and I can't see the text. Okay. And essentially to participate, which is something Nitsa's already mentioned, but just to clarify it again, we must be an active brand partner. So we need to have a brand package. And it's really important to not go below 4,999 G999 coins on our GS partners dashboard wallet. So in other words, as we get started with this, my advice, make sure you put 4,999 in there, whether it's with a 99 USDT airdrop package, or you just transfer from GS Trade or from your core wallet, whatever's needed, put it there, don't touch those. Because the moment, let's say we go through the entire legacy season and then you decide to withdraw them sometime in March, whatever points you've accumulated until then, they will be lost and there's no going back from that. So it's really, really important to keep this in mind. We all have an active brand package. We all have 4,999 G999 coins on our dashboards for the entirety of the legacy season. I'm going to pass it back to you, Nitsa.
Wow, outstanding. You know, as we move now, before we move into the next slide, here we go. Okay. Did you guys see that? Did you see that? Okay, you can leave it there, Martin. Ultimately, we've been talking about this since day one, since December 1, that, you know, the special thing about the soft launch and now the pre-launch is what? It's called first to market advantage. Right? The challenges with a soft launch and a pre-launch, and where everybody needs to set their expectations correctly and to set your team's expectations correctly, is that the system is not fully developed yet. So there's pieces, upon pieces coming together. And as these things come together, we can always expect as a new system comes to the market that there is going to be a little glitch until it gets ironed out. If there's, a new program coming to the market, it may need a little bit of a glitch, a new part of the comp plan. So, the challenging part of a soft launch and a pre-launch is that we do have to deal from time to time with these little glitches as we bring everything to the market, okay? But the advantage and the reason we pay that price is because we are first to market. And one of the ways that you are first to market, my dear GS Partners family, is you are first to market in this incentive, both for yourself, for your own personal positioning in this incentive, but also to use that now as a way to attract more partners into your business because they want to be in this incentive, at the early stages. So there are 5 rounds. Let's talk about the rounds and the multipliers. There are 5 rounds to the 2021 Dream Incentives, plus a holiday special round, which starts tonight. Each round comes with a multiplier, and it's very simple how this works. You simply calculate the number of legacy points that you earn within a round, and then you multiply those points by the designated legacy point multiplier. So I'll give you an example. If you referred one brand advantage basic package for $149 during this holiday special, so starting tonight in the next few hours, anytime until December 31, 23:59:59, okay? Between now and the beginning of the year, if you referred one, each brand advantage package gives us 5 legacy points, 5 for a basic one, but you would multiply that by 7. So referring one basic brand advantage package for $149 in this holiday special round would earn you 35 legacy points. Again, all rounds end at 23:59:59, 11:59:59 Central European Time. That's 5 hours, 59 minutes, 59 seconds in Eastern Standard Time, if you operate there, or 10:59:59 if you're in the UK, okay? Greenwich Mean Time. Okay, I think I'm correct on that. And then, of course, 1 o'clock in the morning if you are in South Africa. And I'm going to stop there because I don't have my world clocks, perfectly memorized in my head yet. That is something that I want to design my office with, is the world clocks now. But let's talk now. Look at here. Holiday special begins tonight and it ends on the 31st, okay? And you get a 7x multiplier for all of your legacy points. This is an opportunity, gang, to really, really get some points stacked up on the board, okay? It's kind of like, when we, hear, okay, oh no, there might be a hurricane coming to town, or, even in the beginning stages, remember, of COVID. And, whenever we go to stock up on something, because we might, think that there's going to be no more of it left, right? We go stock up on something. This is your opportunity now to stock up on these legacy points, okay? Because you get a 7x opportunity, and that opportunity is no more after beginning January 1. When we move into January 1, each round thereafter will be a 4-week round, okay? Or a month-long round. It begins on the 1st of the month when the clock strikes 12 in Central European Time, and it goes until the end of the month, whether it's the 31st or the 30th or the 28th, which is the case of February, and it ends right at the midnight Central European Time. It is a hard deadline, everybody. There's no, oh, can I just squeeze this one in? Or if maybe there was a glitch and somehow yours passed through, understand it's going to be corrected. Okay, so this is a hard deadline. every single month, month by month by month. And you can see we go from a 7x multiplier to a 5x multiplier in January, a 4x multiplier in February, a 3x multiplier in March, a 2x multiplier in April, and finally a 1-to-1. Okay, straight up points in the month of May. So this gives you a great opportunity to stock up on those points right now during this last week of 2020, and use that also as a way to bring on new partners into GS Partners so they can also take part in this great incentive, and they too have an opportunity to get in early when the rounds are very, very, very high. But I will say this, even those that join in the month of May, okay, they too will have an opportunity to win. Ultimately, you get the biggest opportunity right now, everybody. So use it, use that advantage, use the head start to make your dreams come true in 2021. Martin, back over to you.
This reminds me of when Eric Worre says this business is like taking off with an airplane, right? Putting full throttle. Success loves speed, and this 7x multiplier, I mean, yes, it's a reward to the early adopters, but it's an opportunity that we can bless people who aren't yet part of this project to come in, hit the ground running, and have massive benefits. This is wonderful. And I want to address something again that came up in the comments on Facebook. Someone was asking, are all these rewards or incentive points only for ones personally sponsored? And like we said earlier, this addresses every kind of behavior. So there's definitely something here for team building, duplication, so the overall team, and not only for prospecting and sales and even team building, but also for hodling coins. So let's get into it. I'm going to get into the points allocation. I'm going to do a portion of them and I'll pass it back to Nitsa. But essentially, the brand advantage packages. So these are personally sponsored, right? Anyone we personally sponsor who comes in with an Advantage Basic, the Advantage Premier that starts on January 15th, or an upgrade from the Brand Advantage Basic to the Brand Advantage Premier, all give, as you can see here, legacy points. So all your personally sponsored partners who do one of these activities or who do two of them, right, you accumulate these points. And again, you got to factor in the multiplier, right? Like Nitsa said, basic package at 5 points, do it before the 31st of December. Now that's 35 points. So you get the idea. And in the exchanges, we're going to have a little bit more about this a little later, but right now, these 99 USDT exchanges, the way they work, 1 point, right? Someone you refer who gets one of them, you get 1 point. But they do the triple in the same way that they receive, like a fourth one in coins, right? A person gets 5,000 coins, 5,000 coins, 5,000 coins. They get that additional 5 on top. Well, you as the sponsor of this person who does the triple exchange, you also get an additional point here. So it's not just 3 points, but it's 4 points for an actual triple exchange. So same thing, the multipliers apply here. And then when GS Lifestyle kicks in at the beginning of February, the different tiers of membership that we have within the GS Lifestyle that come with these different cards also come with points. So the first time purchase, the first time acquiring, if you will, of the GS Lifestyle comes with these different points. Again, all the multipliers factored in. And this is really powerful. Again, my favorite. Anyone qualifying for the Blockstar pool at any point during this legacy season, yes, not only are you getting points for your personally sponsored partners and what the products that they acquire, but your own purchases will count for these same points as well. So this is phenomenal. You're getting a reward for getting something that you already want to get for yourself, whether it's more coins or the lifestyle card or whatever it is, to be able to earn rewards on top simply because you qualified for Blockstar. So absolutely fantastic. I want to pass it back to you, Nitsa.
I like how you put that, Martin, because ultimately we know that most people ask that question, which is, well, do my own purchases count? It's very, very simple, everybody. Get to Rising Blockstar. Get to Rising Blockstar. Get to Rising Blockstar, and your purchases count. And get to Rising Blockstar by December 31, and you will 7x those amounts. You 7x the volume, because ultimately, what did you do to get to Rising Blockstar? You had your personally referred members, they acquired a brand advantage package. You had, new exchanges, right? So ultimately, by hitting Rising Block Star, your own purchase counts. Okay, now that is for everybody who makes that buy within the entire legacy season. But let's talk a little bit more now about working the actual business building. So Martin showed you how we can refer products and the legacy points we earn to make referrals of those products. Now, I'm going to talk more about building the business, building out a team, building out a network, because doing that will also reward you with legacy points. So let's address Blockstar Pool. The Rising Blockstar, the Blockstar Pool, as we know, is a pool that is a monthly part of our compensation. The first Blockstar Pool has been a 45-day pool. So it started on the 16th of the 15th of December, and it's going till the 31st of January. So it's a special one. There's some special rewards for that one. And you need a minimum of 3,000 USDT to get into the pool as a Rising Block Star. First 30 days, the Rising Block Star is our fast start program. Every brand new person has 30 days to make Rising Block Star. They need 3,000 USDT in their level 1 referrals. So that means everybody that you have personally sponsored, everything that they purchase, that counts for you towards your Rising Block Star. And if you hit that, okay, not if, when you hit that during legacy season, you're going to get 10 points. And it depends on which month you hit it. So how many of you are already Rising Block Stars? If you're a Rising Block Star, go ahead, type it in the text chat. I am a Rising Block Star. Congratulations, those of you that really took that on, went for it, made that happen. You're not only going to get your 10 points, but you're going to multiply that by 70. You've earned 70 points already in the incentive program. Congratulations. How about Block Star? To make the Block Star qualification, you need 9,999 USDT in your level 1 volume, which basically means, your referrals for a total of 9,999 in sales volume. Well, if you hit it, the month you hit it, you're going to get 30 points, legacy points, multiplied by the multiplier for the month. Now, if you do it this month, before January 1st, not only are you going to get 30 points, you're going to get your 10 multiplied by 7, then you're going to get an extra 30 multiplied by 7 for 210 points. And then third is Blockstar Supreme. And Martin, I'm going to have you take over for the Infinity ranks, as I'm getting a little bit of a, excuse me. Martin, would you kindly take over?
Absolutely.
As I have
of course,
a
of course. So this is phenomenal. Put that in the chat if you've already qualified for Blockstar so far. And then lastly, we have Blockstar Supreme. Same concept, but this time we need 9 personals, of course, 30,000 USDT in value, and then it's 100 legacy points. But like we mentioned before, these are cumulative, right? Automatically, by going Blockstar Supreme, you're getting the 10, the 30, and the 100. What is that? That's 140. Can someone do that times 7? What is that? 980? Something like that. 980 points for hitting Blockstar Supreme once, and you can do it again month after month after month. So this is phenomenal. Of course, this incentivizes building our first level, right? Getting out there, sponsoring new people, bringing people to the community. Now, starting in March, we get the Infinity ranks. The Infinity pool kicks in. We're going to have a big percentage of the worldwide turnover go into this pool, and then we're going to, based on volume, our entire team. While the Blockstar is based only on personals, the Infinity ranks are based on the volume. So this is where duplication happens. Every time we hit a rank, whether it's director, regional director, national director, executive ranks, or ambassador ranks, an amount of legacy points. Every time we hit a rank, 1 month, we receive that amount of legacy points. And again, remember, they're multipliers, right? So these are multiplied by the multiplier of that particular month. Obviously, the 7x here won't be possible because these ranks aren't going to start until the month of March. But starting in March, we'll be at what? I think we'll still be at a 4x, right? Something like that, 3x, 2x, maybe, no, maybe 3x. Anyways, whatever number of points you see here, this is based on duplication, driving volume and building up your team. And this is where this is even more powerful, right? As if our own personal achievements weren't enough. Like before, when we referred products, we had one thing, and then we had a way of qualifying for our own purchases. Now, as we build these ranks and we achieve them ourselves, if we help people in our team, not if we help, when we help people in our team reach these different ranks, if you will, these different milestones, like Rising Blockstar, Blockstar, Blockstar Supreme, and all of the different ranks, every time someone in our team reaches one of these particular ranks, we actually match all the legacy points at 25% match. This is fantastic, of course, because then that incentivizes for us to really help build people up in leadership, help them drive forward these different behaviors. So it's a constant incentive for us to help other people succeed. And we already know that the more people you help succeed, the more you attract success to yourself. Did you want to add anything? Are you okay now?
I did, yeah. While I was having my coughing fit, I actually took out my calculator and I did a few calculations. And I know that there's some people here because I saw them type in the text chat that they're very close to Blockstar Supreme. Now that's a big challenge, guys. 29,997. It'll be a lot more, doable when our entire product line is out. When we have our premier pack, when we've got our GS lifestyle cards, hitting that level will be, a lot more doable than it is, say, now. What we have now is we've got that elongated period. We had from December 1 to January 31 to make that first one happen, 29,997. But I did some math. How many of you have either hit that Blockstar Supreme or are very close to or making a run for it by December 31?
I'm about 2/3 of the way there personally.
So you're making a run for it. Well, let me tell you
Absolutely.
this. For those who make it, they've obviously done Rising, they've done their Blockstar, and they've done the Supreme qualifications, all within the month of December. That's going to switch on a 7x point for your own purchase of your brand package as well. And it's going to qualify you, by the way, for a free signature card. You're going to be sitting at 975 legacy points, everybody. Talk about a head start. I qualified for Rising Blockstar. I'm a Rising Blockstar. I got a ways to go, but you better believe it. I'm laser focused right now after this meeting. It is game on in a big way, everybody. Rack up those points, stock up those points, and congratulations to all of you that made Rising Blockstar happen. Blockstar, or close to Blockstar, and certainly Blockstar Supreme. It's a big, big feat. You're going to be rewarded very nicely in the pool, but also because you're first to the Blockstar, you're going to get some great rewards and additional G999s and then legacy points to boot. Martin, this is almost too much information. I am starting literally I'm seeing all of this kind of panning out for everybody. And I know at this point, people are excited and they're thinking, okay, what do I got to do? At the end of this presentation, we'll break down the simple 3 things you got to do, everybody, right now. 3 simple things you got to do right now, but we're almost done, Martin. Let's go to the next slide. I want to show you now, we additionally get, legacy points when we activate our basic or premier blockchain savings account. So remember, with your Brand Advantage package, one of the advantages we get is that we can take part, we have a special savings account. Okay, it's labeled as a decentralized staking pool. But what it essentially is, it's a savings account for you. It's a place for you to hodl your G999s and earn extra rewards every single year. And you will earn those rewards weekly. Now, this is going to be switched on for us at launch. So it's a March 15th kind of expectation. Of course, we're acquiring the packages now, but on March 15th, we're going to be able to then start hodling our own G999s in our blockchain account. And if we have a basic, Brand Advantage package, we're going to get up to, 2.5%, 3%, I believe it is. If we have a premier package, we're going to earn up to 5% a year. So these are the advantages over people who don't have a brand advantage package. They earn less, about half of what those who will earn who have a package. Okay, so you get rewarded to hodl, to activate that account and start hodling your coins. And this works also, if we think about it, it also works for customers, for those people who will acquire a pack because they want the advantage. Okay, they're going to get some coins with their pack. They're going to make sure they've got their $24.99 sitting on their dashboard, and then they're going to hodl, you know, the rest of their coins, or go accumulate some coins from the exchange, and, you know, get up to a certain level to get some points. So this is open again for everyone. It's a minimum of 12 months that we must keep our coins in the wallet. It starts with 10,000 coins to earn 2 points. At 50,000 points, you earn, or 50,000 G99s, you earn 10 points. 125,000 G99s hodling for a year, you'll earn 30 points. 250,000, 65 points. 500,000 G99s, 140 points. A million G99s will earn you 300 points, and then 2 million or above. 3, 4, 5, 8, 10 million. It doesn't matter. Anything over 2 million and above is going to earn you 500 legacy points. And all you got to do, okay, when it's available, which is going to be March 15th, is activate that account. That'll be all simply done and explained from your back office. Keep those coins in there for 12 months. Start earning every single week. That money's working for you, and you get the legacy points on top. Now, I know there's going to be questions. Some people are going to say, well, what if I start with 10,000? And then what if I, added an extra 40,000? What do I get? Well, you basically you'll start with your 2 points, and then you'll get an additional 8 points on top. Okay, so these are, what if I have, 100,000 coins? Do I get anything more than 10 points? No, you get 10 points. So these are the different, areas and kind of the different markers, if you will. So anybody that does something in between gets the points associated with, the previous marker, unless they bump it up. And some people will do that. They might start at 10, and then they might accumulate a little more and bring in a little more to get to 50. Well, then they'll get the difference of 8. And then they might bring in a little more later, as they're earning, and they might get up to 125. Well, then they'll get the difference, which is 20. And depending on the, time of the legacy season, that differential will also get multiplied by the multiplier. So I love this part of the incentive, Martin, that we can really, everybody has an opportunity here, even those who, are big builders, those who are just new getting started to the industry, and even those who, just are really passionate about accumulating as many G99s, holding them, strengthening the project. They too have a great opportunity to win a prize. So I really, really love this about the incentive.
My opinion on this is that technically this wouldn't even be needed. This is like a cherry on top of a cherry on top, right? Because ultimately just accumulating G999 and holding it on its own is an amazing strategy. It's obviously, we've got a coin that's got a bright future. We've got a deflationary model. We've got a growing community. We're going to increase the utility. So just owning G999 and holding on to it is an incentive on its own. But on top of that, now you get the savings account, you put it in, now you're getting bonus. That's that first cherry. But as if that wasn't enough, now we throw in an incentive where not only do you hold your coins, not only are you getting rewarded from your savings account, but on top of that, you're accumulating points. I mean, it's a cherry on top of the cherry.
I like that. That's a double cherry on top.
Yeah. I think this is the part where did you want to wrap it up, or
we could, just final words from the both of us, really, everyone. We hope you've loved the incentive. What do you think about the incentive? Give us some comments in the text chat. Ultimately, guys, it's a dream incentive. because it inspires us to dream big. And I will say unequivocally, as a 25-year full-time network marketer, I never, ever, ever start a day. I never start a new season, which is, a 90-day run for me. I never start a new year until it's finished on paper. And I love that. I love being able to write down goals, being able to do it, and really define it, and then be able to see it, put pictures around. I've been doing this for 25 years. When I was completely broke, making zero money, to the times I was making 7 figures a year, I have been very consistent with that. And what that does is it inspires us to dream big, everyone. Give this incentive your best shot. We wish you all the luck in the world. We're so excited to come to the top together with you in this incentive. I want to take the opportunity one more time to wish our chairman of the board, Mr. Joseph Height, a happy, happy birthday. Thank you, Mr. Height, for this level of generosity and this level of transparency. It is needed and wanted very much by our community. And thank you for giving us an opportunity to really serve in this capacity to help put this together. So Martin, super excited, and I know you are too. Thanks, it's been wonderful presenting with you.
Yeah, this is a phenomenal incentive, everybody. This legacy season is a theme that we can look forward to year after year after year, but this is the first one. This one's special. This is our opportunity to close 2020 not only with a bank and this 7x, this 7 time on each point, but what Nitsa was just saying here is so powerful. We were talking at the beginning about visualizing, about dreaming big, or to quote Ty Best, like Michael Dalco said, dream bigger. To have something to strive for, to always have these goals, something to look forward to. I can't wait to build my way up to being with everybody in Monaco, of course, but to strive for these different prizes, because what happens in that process as you strive for something, for a destination, there's the whole progression there, right? There's the whole process, and that process involves personal growth, building relationships, seeing people succeed more and more, your own success level increasing, the accumulation of coins, the momentum building in the team, our community growing, our coin growing. I mean, it all sort of comes together just as a result of visualizing this thing and all of us going for it. So that's the power of an incentive, and to have this kind of incentive with these amazing rewards and our amazing community, it can't get any better than this. This is a great way to close off the year and to kickstart 2021 with a bang. And Nitsa, the honor and privilege is mine to present with you and to get to build this business with you. It truly is an honor. So now let's pass it back to our host. I'm going to bring back Michael Dalco and stop my shared screen, and see you next time, everybody.
Hey, man, I am fired up. Don't leave, guys, don't leave, because I get to just gush over you, Martin and Nitsa. What an amazing presentation of our incentive. Man, I'm fired up right now. And ladies and gentlemen that are participants on this stream today, plus signs, hand claps for Nitsa and Martin, just articulating this incentive in a way that only the two of them can do. That was a lot of information to jam into that short period of time, but they got it done. And look, here's one of the things that I love about this whole business of GS Partners. Mr. Joseph Height, he's a gentleman who understands how to put teams together. He knows how to build teams. He put together a council team. And when you see this incentive, you're seeing the brains of Nitsa Nakos and Martin Tebow. Yeah, a lot of us, we put some things into it, but I really want you all to appreciate Nitsa and Martin for really digging in, and Priska, for really digging in there, staying up late nights, understanding what we as affiliate teams need. Nitsa and Martin, Priska, that trio team right there, we all in the council, we take different things that we do, and they signal is bad here. Can you guys hear me okay? All right, cool. Looks like I'm back. But they absolutely crushed it. And to go along with that, you think about this, that incentive is 3.5 million in the beginning of the launch of our business. What is the heart of Joseph Height gonna give us when we're even bigger? Like right now, we just crushed 40,000 affiliates while we were on this webinar. Somebody type in 40,000. We just crushed 40,000 affiliates while we were on this webinar. How do I know that? The blockchain is transparent, it's open ledger. And when we talk about putting teams together, ladies and gentlemen, he put a technical team together, and our chief technical officer is about to speak with us. The man who's responsible for letting you know, even right now, what your current rank is. Like, how is that possible that 40,000 affiliates can be tracked in an instant? It's because of the brilliance of the blockchain and the brilliance of my next speaker. Now, I know some of you may have some questions already. I know some of you are new. You're just becoming a part of GS Partners, and you're saying, what are we selling? What's the business? How does it work? Well, we've got a pre-recorded webinar. It's goldstandardwebinar.com. Somebody type it in the chat room, goldstandardwebinar.com. And that'll answer a lot of your questions, because I don't want you asking questions. I've been trying to type answers in the Q&A room the whole time. I don't really want you typing questions right now. I want you sitting down, soaking in the exact information that's been given to you at this very moment. Live in this moment. Get out of your head and get in this moment. Don't worry about how to answer this or answer that, or how this works or that works. What you should be thinking right now is what's being said and who you're going to share this video with. At the end of this presentation, there'll be live events. We'll do trainings. There's a person that's going to come up and teach you guys how to crush this incentive later today. But right now, I want you laser focused on the next speaker that you're going to hear. This man is brilliant. Like, when we talk about genius level IQ, sometimes, man, I just laugh at how smart this guy is. Like, I don't know how he does it. He probably sleeps an hour a day. But we're so thankful to have this level of genius and brilliance as our Chief Technical Officer at Gold Standard Partners. So please receive right now our CTO of Gold Standard Partners, Mr. Alex Cotendow. Good afternoon, Alex, or good evening to you wherever you are in the world.
Good evening, everybody, and Merry Christmas, first of all, for all of you, and Happy Holidays. Happy birthday to our Chairman of the Board, Mr. Hyde. Thank you for the nice words you all sent to me, and I want to thank you all. I want to know that I'm not any genius, I'm not nothing, I'm just a team member out of our all entire team, and maybe I'm just putting some pieces of the puzzle together in order to make the things work. I want to go together with you tonight through some different things and to see together how we can improve some things in our community. First of all, I will like to start by explaining this hodl to the people, because while I was just sitting here and watching your amazing presentation and amazing of course incentive you created, I saw that there is a lot of people which they don't understand the hodl, what hodl would mean. Well, basically the hodl, the word itself, it's a nonsense word, and it comes from hold. Some years before, a guy in the Bitcoin Talk forum just miswrote the word hold for the Bitcoin, and he wrote hodl. So from that moment on, hodl, it became the word for keeping a coin for a long period. This is how hodl became a word, basically from a mistake. How is this hodl working in our ecosystem? How we are going to make this work together? Well, first of all, as we said at the very first time, we are not going to hodl any coins of anybody. So everything is going to be absolutely decentralized, and I will explain you a little bit how it's going to work. You are basically going to just copy paste your address where you want to declare the certain amount of G99 coins you want to hodl, and you will copy paste that into a system which we are going to release pretty soon. The moment you inserted the address and the amount you want to hold, we will register you with that amount. The robots are going to scan the blockchain from time to time and validate that you are still in the possession of that amount you declared. If you move that amount to another wallet, you will be disqualified. This is basically how it's going to work. If you want to rejoin, no problem, you will be able to rejoin, but for that disqualification, there will be some set of rules which the company will publish. So basically, now you understood, it's actually like a staking, but a decentralized version of it. Um, Not like the way of big companies are doing it, even much better. For example, on the other exchanges, what I don't like, uh, they say it's kind of a staking, but basically I have to share the entire quantity of my assets to them and to make sure that they take care correctly of it. I prefer not to. I feel more safe and I know all the pain. I know all the pain you've all been through. So, in my opinion, it's better like this. In the company's opinion, also, we all want you to be in the control of your own coins. So, you can keep them on your web wallet, you can keep them on your desktop wallet, and so on. So, now basically, I think everybody understood how the HODL works and how it is going to be tracked on in our community. The second subject I want to touch tonight is the support subject. Beside the education, which in my opinion it's very important, very, very important in this area which we are doing. Starting from the fact that if we are well educated, we are able to take care of our own assets better. We are able to protect ourselves against hackers. We are able to protect ourselves, and this is maybe the most important thing, against fake informations. I don't know if you all saw that somebody posted last week that we have like 50 billion plus coins. I don't know what they were saying. The main idea here is that some of the people really believed that, and they believed that because of course they didn't know how to read the numbers. Of course, that was a volume, that wasn't supply of the coin, but everything starts with education. And if we would all be a little bit more informed, and we would have the arguments to fight back these guys, of course, they will not be able to attack our community anymore. Maybe this is an idea. Maybe we could create something so we can answer back to those ones who are just posting fake informations around the entire community, because um, you all saw that personally I don't want to get into playing smart with these guys or things like this, because first of all, I do believe that I have a lot of things to learn, but in the same time, I would like to learn from people who, of course, have really high knowledge. But then when I take a look back, I do realize that all these kind of bad words, they are not affecting the company, they are not affecting themselves, they are affecting us as a community, us as a project, us as everything. So we should fight back all together, maybe, of course, in the sense of common sense and making this fight having a sense for everybody. So if we post nice answers, correct answers back, this is going to be a nice fight, to call it like this. So the more we will all learn, the more we will be able to answer back to these uh, fights. So now I want to talk to you about the support. The support, it's live. Uh, we created procedures. I know that it's not working very fast at the moment, and as we speak, also the support it's closed because everybody has holidays. Even our team has holidays. As I said from the very beginning, I don't think it's any reason in the world to hide something from you as a community. I think also for you, you find something normal to have holidays and to be to have some free time. I will explain you a little bit about how the support is working behind, and most important for you to understand how we are going to improve this every single day and make it better and better and better. First of all, we decided to create a blacklist of keywords which are bringing a lot of tickets which are not related basically to GSB Gold Standard Bank problems. All the keywords are related to the other projects, to other platforms, or to other entities which were partners in the past. So if your email is going to contain one of those words, for sure it's going to be automatically separated from those ones which are not including this kind of keywords. Secondly, we are working very hard right now on a serious list of Q&A. This Q&A will basically cover absolutely all the questions which we are receiving during uh, the support tickets. Like this, we are going to, of course, be able to help everybody which already has an answer to his question. So like this, the volume of the tickets will be lower. The third option which we will create, it will be a dynamically changed support form. The support form, it will change according to your need. So for example, if you have a problem and you made a deposit which was not credited, the support form, according to the steps you are going through, it will ask you already your registration email address, the TX ID, the coin you wanted to deposit, and so on. So basically, when you initiate the first ticket, that is going to be directly submitted to the right department, which can already take action, so your ticket can be resolved from the very first beginning. I know the tickets are a little bit slowly answered right now. We all know this, and we are going to improve this. So this is why I also asked every single time just for patience, because if there is a problem, you made sure that we know it, and we will make sure that the problem will have a solution. So now you really understand a little bit how we are going to reorganize the entire support system and how this is working. Of course, for those ones who have priority tickets, these are always coming up front in front of the list, and your answer will be taken faster than the others. Also, I want to end by sharing you my screen with the latest updates inside of the GS partners. I do believe that by now already everybody's seen that we activated, this is a demo account, I don't have it here, but I believe that everybody activated the sales volume. We activated and everybody saw that we activated the sales volume. You can track it down right now. But now let's see what is our holiday special box. We have this nice special box here. As my colleagues presented, we are running a holiday special. You will find inside this box, which is going to give you exactly the spot when you were participating in the holiday special. We also added here on the right side the total counter. So everybody is able to see how many spots left in order to complete the holiday special. Basically, with the holiday special, if you subscribe for the brand advantage package, you get a spot in the holiday special. If we reach the 9,999 brand partners, everybody is going to receive the specified amount of coins, and three persons are going to win one masternode each. But this is of course only if the system is going to find 9,999. Technically, we made it so that automatically it's going to be done when the 9,999 is reached. So you will not need to open tickets for this. Everything is prepared, and it's going to be done automatically by the system. Basically, uh, this was the updates. We did it on GS Partners. I presented you the HODL, of course, the support, and by the end, I would like to know who is following my Instagram, because there I'm posting a lot of informations every single week, and I will post more and more the more we develop things. Running through the whole project, I can tell you that we are advancing very nice on the voice and the chat app. We're overwhelmed by the tremendous volume of work, but we do our best to push it as fast as we can with everything. My priority number one right now is to launch for all of us so we can all have a big and clear image over our blockchain, and maybe we shut down some mouths with this around our uh, hating community with the deflationary explorer. So all my attention right now it's over the deflationary explorer. This is what we need to launch first and the next. So after the whole attention it's going to be uh, focused on the support, because it's very important to have community support very well managed. And I know the small issues we have it right now, technically speaking, of course. um, we will also, speaking about support, we will also have a system which is going to measure itself how long it's taking for a ticket to be answered, and we will do all the necessary improvements to lower that time as much as possible. So this is it. Thank you for everything. Thank you for your support and for your patience. Maybe we will do a live with a Q&A tomorrow, because I see there are a lot of questions, but with all due respect, I don't want to take the time of my colleagues forward to answer these questions, but I will be able to do this live with Q&A maybe for 1 or 2 hours over the Instagram, let's say as a gift of at least this I can gift you for the Christmas, my time, and of course some answers. So I will make a live Instagram tomorrow for 2 hours, the same hour we did it all on this call. Exactly the same hour I will start the live. So I wait for you there with all the questions you have. Thank you very much, and I wish you a great Christmas forward and happy holidays for everybody.
And happy holidays to you also, Mr. Kuchendahl. If you could please, before you depart, could you give them quickly how to follow you on Instagram?
In Instagram, it's just my name. It's alex.kosindau, and I written it in my name. So if you see my name here, my username of the Zoom call, it's exactly the Instagram I have it, and there we are going to open a free talk tomorrow where people will be able to ask me any questions regarding our project, of course.
And again, everybody, that's Alex dot Kosendow. Put that dot in there and follow him on IG. Alex, you're amazing, and we owe you an eternal debt of gratitude. Thank you for everything you do. Literally, everybody's on holiday now, and Alex's team, except him. He's still up working all the time. Guys, he's committed to this. And this is the thing that I love about Alex. He's not only committed to this team, he's committed to the entire world of cryptocurrency and blockchain technology. I mean, literally, he really believes in it. Like while one team is talking about marketing and sales, Alex is always talking about integrity and open source and new technology and creating something amazing for the community, because for him, cryptocurrency means freedom. So Alex, I gotta just tell you, man, in front of all of our colleagues, thank you. I think I speak for most of them, if not all of them. Thank you very much for everything you're doing. It's staggering.
Thank you for everything. Thank you, everybody. Have a good night.
Man, it's super hard to follow that. I mean, it's late where he is, and there he is, just pouring it out, always crushing it. And speaking of crushing, ladies and gentlemen, network marketing is a tremendous opportunity as it is. I mean, nothing is more likely to build wealth for you than an excellent network marketing business. But the guy that I'm about to bring to the floor is always at the top of the leaderboard. We call him a sponsor monster, like literally always sponsoring more people than anybody else in the company. And he has this unique ability to attract people into his business. I was in Dubai with him just a few days ago, and I turned my camera on live stream and I just asked him, I said, Brian, how do you sponsor so many people? And it's because he understands, he has a mindset about building the business. It's not just what is the right thing to say, or knowing the compensation plan, or knowing all the answers. That's not how he does it. It's a mindset behind it. And literally on this little short 4-minute clip on my live stream, somebody was so impacted by it, they clipped that 4 minutes out and put it on YouTube, and it has become a YouTube sensation. It's actually a training module. In 4 minutes, literally, he obliterated every possible excuse you could have for not winning in this system. I was reading in the Q&A real quick as I introduced him. Someone said probably only the top 1,000 people will win all the prizes. Well, I don't know if that's a bad thing or a good thing. Why don't you just become one of the top 1,000? Be the top. And he's going to teach you how to be the top. Ladies and gentlemen, type in the chat room, I am the top. Like, don't look at the people that keep winning and think they're some sort of alien. They're humans. Yeah. It's a science to this. And no one is more adept at the science than my brother, my business partner, council member of Gold Standard Partners, Mr. Brian McGinty. Good evening, Mr. McGinty.
Thank you, Michael. Thanks for that. Yes, first of all, I'd like to say thank you to Alex and Lisa and everybody who's spoken. I'm really sorry that Joseph can't be here with us tonight. He's not feeling well. I'm sure he'll be back tomorrow again. I just want to take a couple of minutes. I know we've been talking now for an hour and 40 minutes, so I just want to take a couple of minutes to give people a little bit of practical advice here, because as Michael was just saying, people have this thing in their head about I'm not going to win, or these things don't happen to me. So I just want to give you a couple of little practical tips now. Why I think I'm qualified to do that. I've been a 100% commission salesperson for 20 years. I've not had a salary for 20 years. And with being in the direct sales business, I came up against my first incentive, I think when I was 18, 19, I was selling Kirby back containers. And just to give you a little idea of how important incentives are, here's my Kirby winner's hat, which for some reason I've carried around with me for 20 years. But it's not really about the value of the hat. How much was that hat worth? 99 cents. It's not about the value of the hat. What it's about is the fact that network marketing and direct sales is a profession, right? If you want to get to the top of your golf profession, you can be an amateur golfer. You can play golf at the weekends. But if you want to be a professional, if you want to get to the top, then you want to win the big championships. And that's what these incentives really are. These are for me to go against my peers, to pitch myself against my peers, and to show how good I am at the sales profession. So that's what it's really about to me. And I've got loads of incentives that I've won, and I've got to the top of every single company that I've ever worked with by following a plan. So this is what I want to talk to you quickly about. When I started with the first few companies, someone told me find the most successful person in the human population. Right? So that's what I did. If I found the top salesman in the company and he told me come in the morning, stand on your head for 20 minutes and eat cornflakes, then that's what I would have done, because he knew what he was doing. So how did I then beat that person? Well, if he came into the office at 8 o'clock, well, I'd come in at 7:45. If he left at 6, I'd leave at 6:15, because I needed to find that page. Now this really comes into this incentive and these incentives and how you win, because over the years then I learned how to make money, but I then learned the science of winning incentives. And it is a science. It's not something for everybody else. I was winning incentives when I was living in Portugal. I live in an island now in the middle of the Mediterranean. There's only 500,000 people here. I've got 3 children under 6. I care for my wife. So it doesn't matter what the excuses are. It doesn't matter where you live or what your age is or what your background is or your past. If you want to win this incentive or win one of the prizes in this incentive, you can do it. Anybody can do it. And the very first thing is to decide, yes, I'm going to do it. Okay, so I've just written down a couple of things. This incentive, in the 20 years I've been working in direct sales, I've seen nothing like this. The very top long-term incentive I've ever seen was, I think it was like a Porsche 911. You had to be in the company for like 5 years and you had to have 1 million people in your team. Please get your head around how big this is. Please just, even if you get your head around how this incentive works and you talk to other direct sales leaders, they will bring their teams into this business for you. And this is the beauty of how this incentive was created, because it's not just about direct sales. It's not just about how good of a direct sales person you are. You can use this incentive to attract leaders and leverage off those leaders and bring those leaders in with maybe 4, 5, 10,000 people in their groups, because you get rewarded here for advancing ranks within your team and all the different types of behavior that we want to encourage. And normally for me, it's just about sales, and how many sales I can get. This pitches me against different types of salespeople, different types of team builders that are out there. So a little tiny practical thing that I do, a little tip I'm going to leave you with is, I've worked out, this is something I do with every incentive. So if you want to, you can play about with the numbers. It doesn't really matter how you do it, but follow me in this for a second. We have got in this incentive 151 days. So I know that. So I know that I work Monday to Friday. I'm a Monday to Friday. I work all day Monday to Friday. I don't work the weekend. So I've got 109 days. This is just personally for me. You can tailor this to yourself. So that's 109 days. Now that I work 8 hours a day. So let's say I work 8 hours a day. That's 872 hours, right? If, for example, I was to win the $1 million property, that means for all the hours I'm going to work between now and the 31st, I'm earning $1,146 an hour. All right. So how many no's am I prepared to listen to for $1,146 an hour? If you only work that out a day, it's $8,000 a day. I listen to a hell of a lot of people telling me no for $8,000 a day. And that's the mindset I get in, because I've got 109 days now to win this property. Or if you want to do it on the 200K car, it works out at $229 an hour you're earning to listen to all these no's to get you that car day. It works out about $1,800 a day that you'd be earning if you were to win one of the cars. It's just a little thing that I do to get me in the mood. Whenever I get up in the morning, right, I'm thinking to myself, I'm earning $8,000 a day here. I'm going to get up. I'm going to start talking to people. I'm going to listen to no's. I'm going to keep listening to no. I'm going to listen to more no's than everybody else in this company because I'm going to win that house. And that's just how I get into that frame of mind. So I hope that's useful for you. What I would say to you just to finish is that cliches are great. I love cliches. If you don't like cliches, you probably just don't like the vibration of the truth. But it's true that if you think you can or think you can't, you're right. I think I can. I've got a little gold card down here. I'm going to fill it out. I'm so happy and grateful now that I've won my $1 million villa. I'll write this down. I'll put it on my desk. I'll look at it every day. This is the mindset you need to get into. If you want a Lamborghini, I'd advise you before you start this incentive, go tomorrow, find your local Lamborghini garage, go and sit in that car, get into the spirit of how that car feels and know what it smells like, and then get back to your desk or do whatever you have to do. Because if you have already decided you're going to win one of these prizes in the incentive and you put in the work, and that's the important thing, you have to work. You can't just wish for it and hope for it. If you decide that you're going to do it and put in the work, then God or the universe or whatever you want to call it will put everything in your path that's necessary for you to achieve that goal. And I believe that. The reason I believe that is because I live in my dream country. I live in my dream villa. I've got my dream family. I've pretty much got my dream life. And that's because I put these things into practice over 20 years. So if you want to be successful in this incentive, find people who have been successful in incentives before, like your Lisa and Michaels and Martin and Tony and all the other people in the council. Go and have a chat with them. You'll resonate with something they do and just copy them and you can achieve anything you want in the incentive. So I hope that's helpful. I hope that's useful. I'm going to be doing trainings on this over the next 2, 3, 4 months anyway. So Q&As and things like that. So if you really want to become a professional incentive winner, then it's something that we're going to help you do. All right. That's all from me. I wish you a very, very happy Christmas, happy holidays. I'm normally in a suit, but I decided to wear a Christmas jumper today just for a little change. But nice to be speaking to you all. It's almost 10 o'clock here in Malta, and I'll hand back over to Michael Dalco.
Outstanding, Mr. Brian McGinty. So you got it straight from the top, guys, how to crush the incentive. The cool part about having a tight relationship with Mr. McGinty like I do is if he were to win the $1 million villa, he already has a $1 million villa right there on the coast. of Malta. So he's already committed that me and my family can stay there. We can get us a room. That's, that's the thing I love about working with this council is because whoever wins it, I know that I can get a room there. So thank you, Mr. McGinty, for committing to me and my family some space there in your villa. And guys, look, Mr. McGinty is going to be doing Crush the Incentive every day from now on until the end of the year, but he's going to be doing it inside of our GS Partners Facebook room. So you need to be in that room. Now, we've been getting requests to get in the room, but you guys have not been filling out the 3-point questionnaire in order to be there. Your username, your sponsor's name, and agreeing to the terms and conditions. So make sure you go to GS Partners on Facebook, our private group, and request to be there. Or you can go on your own dashboard, and at the top right-hand corner, there's a Facebook icon. Click on that, and that'll get you there to request.
And one other little thing, Michael, and here's something else that's really, really important, because whenever us as network marketers, right, we sit at home, we're on our own, our wives don't know what we're doing half the time, we're sitting at a computer, and our friends don't know what we're doing, they don't really understand, right? So you've only got yourself to talk to a lot of the time in your own thoughts, right? What I discovered about 5 or 6 years ago after winning incentives for various different companies is that if you can really get your mind strong, right? If you can get your mind right, here's 2 things I forgot to mention. There's a book by James Allen called As a Man Thinketh, right? And there's another one, Napoleon Hill, called Think and Grow Rich, right? If you get these books, right, the James Allen's book, you can do it in an hour and a half. It's a tiny little book. But if you actually get that stuff into your head, and if you actually can get your brain exercised, and this is really, really important, and you know what? All the top network marketers in the world, and you can go to Eric Worre, they will know these books. And the reason these guys know the books is because success leaves clues, right? We all know them, you know them, Michael. And the reason we all mention them is because they work. It's not some hocus pocus spiritual stuff. It's actually stuff that works. And if you actually can, whenever you're sitting on your own and you've got a book like that and you can pick it up and read that for half an hour, that'll give you the mental power, if you like, to carry on for the rest of that day. So really, really important if you want to get better yourself, and you need, if you want things to get better around you, you need to get better within yourself. So I just wanted to
I'm chomping at the bit because I know we have to expedite time. But what you just said is more important than how many people you talk to. As a man thinketh. As a man thinking. I was reading the chat room as I said to type in the chat room, I am the top. And somebody typed in, I hope I can be the top. And somebody else typed in, I'm trying my best to be the top. No.
Don't hope, decide. Stop hoping, stop wishing, decide. Just decide. Honestly, it sounds so stupid. It sounds so simple. But see, whenever you start doing it, you start enjoying it, honestly.
Guys, this is why we say to you, plug into your team, plug into your upline. If you're a part of Brian McGinty's direct team and lineage, plug into what he's doing. If you're part of Martin's team, plug into what they're doing. Nitsa Nikos and Synergy Go, plug into that team. Find your tribe, plug in, and stay plugged in. Like, stay plugged in, because that's where the energy to build the business comes from. Now, I know we were on a more of an informational call than a training call, but I couldn't let that moment pass. When he pointed at that book, Brian lives this stuff. We'll be talking in the council room, and then he'll just pull us back to the center. Hey guys, don't give any energy to that negative. Stay focused. And we go, yeah. Way to go, Brian. Way to go. He's that way. He's just focused on what he sets his goal to be. So anyway, that's it for that. And so with no more of that, thank you, Mr. McGinty. Plus signs for Mr. Brian McGinty.
Thank you, everybody.
In this industry. And another true leader that I've got to bring to the floor right now, a gentleman who needs really no introduction. We call him the Magic Golden Finger. He's always teaching us to build business and teams around the world. And literally, he is the consummate team builder. He truly understands how to duplicate. And so I want to just shut up real quick and grab my pen and paper, and we're going to listen to the action plan for 2021, closing out 2020 and into 2021. Our good friend, our business partner, Mr. Tony De Gouveia. Good evening to you, Mr. De Gouveia. I know it's late there in wherever you are in the world as well.
Well, Michael, I am back at home in South Africa, and I'm great to be here back at home after our Dubai event. And it was great to see you all in Dubai. And firstly, I just want to say happy birthday to Mr. Joseph Heights. We miss you today. We know that you are not feeling well. but soon you are going to be back on the call with us and that. And Michael, just to all the council members here, you guys have been grafting this few days, unbelievable. You know, when Mr. Joseph Heights called us together on the Sunday afternoon, and some of us were there on at the hotel, and he came and we had like a get together with the council, and he invited some of the other people, you know, to be there. I know some of you guys are on this call, and he just said, guys, we are going to make 2021 the greatest year ever. So all of you that are on this call today, you know, you all know, and Mr. Alex Considine also said it tonight. You know, we all come from a community that has been hurt, that we don't trust anymore, that we don't get stuff delivered when they are supposed to be delivered, you know, or dates are being postponed another 2 weeks and another 2 weeks. And then before you wipe up your eyes, we're 9 months down the line, and guys, you know, we are looking for something that's real. We're looking for something that is working right now. And that is what Mr. Joseph Heights delivered to us with his team. And Joseph said on that Sunday, and this was literally like 6 days ago in Dubai, he said, guys, I want you guys to help me. And we all looked at him and said, help you with what? He says, I'm going to put 3.5 million on the table. There, you guys take it. 3.5 million is on the table. It's my money. I'm giving it to you guys. Go and create something, put an incentive in place, put something together that is going to help our community to take our G999 to the next level. And guys, if you think you had a tough year this year, type in this chat box 1 if you had a tough year this year. And I want you to be honest with us all. Did we have a tough year this year? Well, I think we did. I had a tough year. You know, we had to keep our teams together. But what we've achieved in literally 26 days in December this year has made up for 9 months of toughness. For 9 months of toughness, guys, we are the solid ones. We are the ones that are focused and taking our G999 to the next level. So I want you all to know that the famous words, and I've been repeating this all over again 100 times. 100 times, guys. And thanks for your honesty. Guys, I'm seeing the ones coming through. Thanks for your honesty. But do you believe, like I believe, like Brian believes? Because Brian is always the one that's telling us, you know, that what you say comes about. That what you think comes in reality. You create your own life. You see, we as a community in GS Partners, we have brought life to our team. Now, I want you to type in the next number. Just listen to this now. If you want to go into 2021 and you want to go in with full momentum, you want to go in with full energy, you want to go in with the next level activity, type in 999, triple nines. And I'll tell you why we are typing the triple nines. Because we are so focused. You see, we only focus on that what is working right now. And everything that's not focused, everything that's not delivered, everything that's not in place, it's in the cupboard. We're not even looking at it. We're not even touching it because it's not ready for us. We are only working with what's ready right now. And that is the team that we've got in GS Partners. I want us to be very clear with this, guys. If you are asking other questions, either then 999, G999, you're wasting time with things that are in the closet. So the reason why we are having record numbers, the reason why we are having record sales, the reason why you are having an amazing, amazing festive season, festive holiday, and a Merry Christmas is because you are focused. So Nita and the team asked me, Tony, what are you going to tell your team? What are we doing differently? Guys, we are not doing anything differently. We are hitting the road hard right now. There is no time to sleep. Get this very, very clear, guys. No time to sleep. And I love the incentive that Nita and the team put in place. Because for this next, what's that, how many days until the end of the month? 4 days, 5 days. Guess who's going to have black eyes here because of non-sleeping? You and me. We are not going to be sleeping. Type in the chat box, guys. Type in the chat box if you are going to go for this incentive. You're going to go for the incentive. Type in there, no time to sleep. No time to sleep. You see, we are not leaving this. We are going to help as many of our teams. We are going to help as many of our friends, our neighbors, our families. And I see our families on this call. Guys, I've just come from a family gathering today. I was chasing home to be on this call today. Because I'm committed to this team. I'm committed to that vision that Mr. Joseph Heights has put in place for us. I am super grateful that we have got an amazing, amazing company, amazing team, amazing leaders all on this call tonight. You are the committed ones. So I know that we are all going to make a success of this. I know that your wife, your husband, your family is going to look up to you, and they are going to tell you, I am so proud of you because you have taken the action steps. You've put your head down to this. You've committed to the team. You've committed to your family. You've committed to the partnership. And that partnership is Gold Standard Partners. Guys, when we eat together. And we are sitting now at that table where we are telling everyone, climb in, because everything is ready. We are going forward. And we're not looking back, guys. We're not looking back. It's great times are coming ahead. 2021 is going to be your best year ever. But you have to go and work for it. You have to go and do whatever you need to do to make a success of your life and in your business. Take the responsibility, and I'll see you at the top. And I just want to honor, before I give it back to Michael Delco, I just want to honor, guys, you guys don't understand what the executive team behind your back is doing. They are putting so much hours and so much time, putting everything together. And I want all of you, on your own time, please reach out to these executive leaders. If they are your upline, please reach out to them and just tell them how grateful and how much you appreciate them, because these guys and ladies are doing extraordinary stuff to make sure that you and your family are protected. So you guys all have a Merry Christmas, a happy season, and a festive season. And guys, we are going to rock this until the end of this year, and we're going to go into 2021 with the golden finger. But it's not going to be a golden finger anymore. It's going to be the G999 finger now, because this finger is going to be working. Thanks, guys. I love you guys. Cheers.
Thank you so much, Tony. And really, Tony, to work with you and all the other council members, you know, when you think you're really doing a good job in this network marketing arena, and then you get around other people that are serious about their goals and their vision, their dreams for their lives, themselves, their families, and their teams, it really pushes you to another level. This is why I say stay plugged in. Tony will be jumping on Facebook. Our Facebook group is our virtual home office. So stay locked into that Facebook group. Turn the notifications on and stay locked into that Facebook group. Thank you, Mr. Tony de Gouveia, for your excellent words this evening. Now, guys, as we wrap up, listen, a couple of things that are very important. Number one, again, to reiterate, make sure you answer all three of those criteria in order to get into the Facebook group so that the council members can approve you. Number two, how many of you have a big dream? I mean, super big, like you're dreaming really big right about now. You see that $1 million home and you can't settle for second place. If that's you, type big dream in the chat room, or dream big, or whatever you want to type, something about that dream. Type that in the chat room. That's vital right now. Dream big. I'm dreaming huge, right? Put those pictures up on your dream board. Get a vivid imagination and a picture of it. Write yourself that 10 million euro check like Brian McGinty did and set it on your desk. Let people call you stupid and crazy and fanatical. That's okay, because you're going to live like only they dream about living. Write that dream down and pull those dreams off your vision board. But here's the key. Then let your work ethic match your dream. Let your work ethic match your dream. I mean, go to work. I mean, build a list, a massive list, a list, put everybody on your list. Take those names out of your head and put them on paper. To think is to put it in ink. Write it down. Make a game plan. I'm going to contact this many people today. I'm going to contact this many people every day. Write down your game plan. Guys, I've got this little knack, this neuro-associative conditioning, that when I see a prize that I'm going after, I clench both fists and I grit my teeth and I say, yes, it's mine. I'm getting it. It's mine. I've got it. I'm doing it. All right, go hard for this thing. Don't take second place. Set a goal for yourself and hit that goal. And then here's the other thing that's amazing. There are only a few thousand people that got on this platform today. There are more prizes than there are people that got on the platform today. What I'm telling you is you have an unfair advantage right now because you're here. Look, it's not hard to get to the top. There's a lot of room at the top because most people settle for mediocrity. And you don't. That's why you stayed on. I love what Andrew Eaton says. He likes to speak last because he likes to speak to the people that stay on after everybody else logs off. Those are the people he likes to talk to. Those people that are in the trenches that are making sure that they're drawing a line in the sand and staking their claim, and that they're going to be the ones that achieve greatness for themselves and their families. You make sure your work ethic matches your dream. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been an amazing meeting from the council today. We appreciate you guys. Thoughts and prayers and well wishes to Mr. Height as he gets well and heals up and gets back on the battlefield with us. Thank you, Alexander Kotzendow, for your amazing technology and your skills that keeps us on the cutting edge of brilliance at all times. And thanks to the entire council. And guys, we will see you all on the white sandy beaches of the world. Everybody have a great day.